If you don't know, I'm Ryan's younger brother, his only brother.
Behind you.
And a few things about Ryan that I'd like to enlighten you. He's an extremely intelligent individual. He's also very loyal. He's also very calculated and precise with his decisions and planning in life. However, before you peg him as a square, he's extremely spontaneous, and he can bring together a rowdy group of Delts as their president. An example of Ryan's loyalty, I once drove across the U.S. I was moving to Los Angeles, and Ryan called me a few days before my drive and said, "Hey, I'd like to make that trip with you, but I have to be at work on Monday." So, long story short, we left D.C. Thursday evening, drove round the clock. I think we had a couple hours in the Grand Canyon, and I drove him to the airport Monday morning, and he went back to work in D.C. That's just the kind of guy he is. When he loves someone, he supports them without question. As the younger brother, looking up to someone like Ryan, I wanted to be just like him. I followed him everywhere, and I mean everywhere. We went on some pretty crazy adventures in Pennsylvania and Ohio. I think I almost blinded him once when I threw a spear at him. It was unintentional, I promise, but he did almost be blinded in one of his eyes. We built countless tree forts to exact mathematical specifications. But there's one thing that even Ryan couldn't calculate. He couldn't calculate for the way that life changes and the way it brings certain people into your life. And he also couldn't calculate for every situation that happens. One more example. During our Batman and Robin phase as kids, we decided that we would make cardboard bat hooks. And basically, we tied a string to them, and he devised a plan to go on the second floor balcony. And there was a chandelier, probably not quite that big, but there was a chandelier hanging. And so, Ryan, with very careful precision, threw this cardboard Batman hook over the chandelier, and then looked at me and said, "Okay, Kev, here you go." And like I said, I followed Ryan everywhere. Thankfully, my mom heard the commotion and came in and stopped it and intervened. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here tonight. Fast forward a couple of years, and Ryan's now graduated from the University of Pittsburgh as a mechanical engineer. He's accepted a job in D.C. designing ships for the Navy. Can you believe that? He's crossed a few major things off of his bucket list and his life goals. He went to Australia by himself and backpacked the East Coast, which I later did the exact same thing. He's been skydiving, scuba diving. I'm pretty sure he's wrestled some lions and tigers or something I don't even know about. But again, there was something that Ryan couldn't foresee in the equation, and how the next steps would change his life forever. His good friend Drew put in some calls to some friends down in D.C. and found him a place to live. I don't think Ryan expected that the place that he would be living would be a house full of girls. Nor did I think he expected the level of cleanliness and the politics involved. However, out of the chaos, he met a wonderful, sweet, loving girl named Michelle. I'm sure by that point, his spreadsheets and charts were all out of whack. As life again threw some magic into the equation, and the result is the loving couple that we see in front of us here tonight. Ryan, you definitely met your match. Michelle reads at least 3 times as much as Ryan, which I didn't think any human being could read that much. She can challenge him on sports statistics any day, and she has the perfect amount of spontaneity and adventuresome in her. Michelle, I couldn't imagine anyone more perfect for my big brother, and I know you guys have some wonderful adventures ahead of you. Just remember to leave a little room for some magic in the equation, and things will turn out just fine. I love you both very much. Please raise your glasses. Let's toast for Ryan and Michelle.
Okay, at this time, Michelle and Ryan will be cutting their wedding cake.